Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
Whatever. I guess we'll go in the lock shop. Nobody likes this show anyway. Story of my day. This is like the worst day ever. Honestly, like this has been here's my day so far. First of all, I screw up dinner last night. Don't order enough pizza. Entire staff's bitching at me about pizza. I've been dealing with that. Don't win Scalding Hot Takes. Mind you, I didn't think I deserved to win Scalding Hot Takes, but still lost that. Played Trev in 21. Lost that. He wasn't even paying attention. He was just talking about life stuff. I'm trying to come back and win. Couldn't even do it. He beats me. Then I lose to Zach and Tecmo. Unbelievably. And he played well. I just give it to him. He beat me. Had to pay $2,000 today to get my truck fixed properly. Today sucked. Today it sucked. This is the worst day ever.
Boo, you suck.
Oh, Trev, now you hit me with that? This is ridiculous. I just want to, and I have to go to the airport and fly for work. I just want to go home right now, climb into the bed in the basement, which is nice and cool, and just sleep for 10 hours. Instead, there's this little thing called life standing in the way. And I'm going to have to overcome the worst morning since we started Edmonton Sports Talk. I cannot believe I lost to Zach. And he picked my final two plays to shut me down. I was running the ball down his throat. I should have just kept running it. And then I decided to pass, and I tried to flea flicker. It was ridiculous. Just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. Everybody around here is just making pizza jokes. Reed came in pretending he was on the phone to his mom, being like, no, Mom, he does feed his children. Everybody, this has been an awful, awful day. Oh, don't even get me started with the truck cash. I had to get new rear brakes, 2 belts on the front. It had been making this squealing noise. Now I just took it for a quick rip. It's driving good again. It had gotten a little loose. It's driving nice. I like it. But still, today sucks.
Sorry, Dusty.
We got to cash some bets, man.
And you will.
That's it. Yeah, you know what? It was great because yesterday we hit both Blue Jays parlays and I was feeling good. I was feeling pretty juicy. And then the pizza thing happened and I just haven't recovered. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to recover. That's it. You guys might oust me as owner of the company. I don't even know how that would work, but I might even deserve it. Anyway, at least we have bonus codes. At least there's bonus codes, man. If you haven't used our bonus codes yet, please do. I think you'll like it. You deposit $50, use the code EST50, and you get a $50 free bet. Maybe you want to use it today. Who knows? Or you use the code EST Sports. $50 free bet on a $50 deposit as well. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. We have a busy day. We've got Thursday Night Football. We're going to get into that. We've got a full slate. I think there's 11 games in the National Hockey League. We're going to tap into that. Toronto Blue Jays, doubleheader in Major League Baseball. Somebody's even ripping my hat in the chat. Says the Blue Jays logo's too small in the middle. I can't even wear the right hat. I got 4 Jays hats. This was the one I chose. Trev, let me see the middle of your hat. Come throw me here. Let's see your hat.
I think mine's bigger.
Is it? God, what's going on here? This is a new era. This is a nice cap. I don't know. I think it's pretty close.
Let's see the can.
Those
are close.
They're pretty close.
Those are the exact same.
All right, so
Same
that's
stitch.
not too bad then. That's not too bad.
Same size, Dusty.
Yeah, okay, well then that's good. There you go. Got a couple of specials already up for you. If you've not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, please do. They're continuing to work on it. They're continuing to try to make it better all the time. And if you ever have any suggestions and stuff, I know they've got a list of things that I've sent over to them that they're trying to check off as they find time. But make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app. Hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, you name it. You're not just playing for fun. You're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. And they've got improved odds for all major North American leagues. this year. The two that we already have up, both for this game tonight. Jay hit another play of the day yesterday. Obviously, our Blue Jays parlays cash. That was awesome. I've got these up so far. The early bird bet of the day. Oilers to win in regulation tonight against the Islanders. McDavid 2+ points. Mangiapane with a point. He's playing with McDavid tonight. Plus 290. And then I just had this one boosted from plus 108 to plus 120. Dusty's play of the day. Connor McDavid, power play point. Just one power play. When internet went out. If my day couldn't suck anymore, we lost the internet briefly. But we're back, as Jen says on the chat. What a day for Dusty. It's killing me. Absolutely killing me. Bring Huss in on my horrible, no good day. Hey, let's bring him in. We'll try to let's get some picks. Huss, what's up, buddy?
Whoa, what's up with you?
Oh,
I mean, I thought we'd be doing a big victory lap. We cashed the parlays.
Oh, I know.
Yesterday.
We cast 2 Jays parlays yesterday, buddy. Everything was going good. Let me bring you up to speed. Had a staff meeting last night. First staff meeting in the new place. Apparently, I didn't order enough pizza so that there'd be leftovers. Everybody was hungry. And so I'm taking that heat today. Sometimes as a boss, you're going to have to take some heat. I totally screwed up the pizza order. Today, I lost to Trev in 21. Zach ruined my perfect season in Tecmo, and he sucks. He beat me today, so that's happening. I got hit for a couple grand to fix my truck. Like, today's the worst day, Huss. Today's the worst day. You know where I want to be going? And I'm flying to Vancouver this afternoon, which is okay. I'd rather be flying to Winnipeg for some redemption tendies. That's what I'd rather have.
Yeah. I was actually just about to ask you. We hadn't talked. I didn't know whether you were coming here. Are you here next weekend for the Montreal game?
Nope. I'm here and Regina next weekend. So it's Friday night here, Saturday in Regina.
It's got to be. I guess it'll be Grey Cup. I mean, because
my next stop is Grey Cup, buddy.
Is there any way the Bombers could host the West semi?
Doesn't matter. I'm doing East playoffs this year.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll be in Montreal and Hamilton on the way out. So yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to Grey Cup. I'm setting the tendies intake at probably 21.5, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Jen Cool is asking me a question here. Huss, do you chat with the @ in front of people's handles, or is it they're just their names?
Yeah, yeah, Huss. Like in the last, Trev, when did this start? This week? You see how on the Nasty Chat now it's like handles instead of names? Like there's some in there that like McDiesel 7508 would have been just McDiesel. Does your chat do the handles, or do you still see like just straight up names?
I'll be honest, I hadn't been paying attention close enough to notice that. I'll report back tomorrow. Or people, if they want, they can jump over and check out WST later on. And
Matt Hyman says WST hasn't changed yet. But Trev, you said that this is something once you get, and we're right around the same number of followers. So did YouTube's just randomly picking channels now? And
I imagine it's going to happen to us like in a matter of time.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Bronco Nick says, I went into my settings and I changed my name back. Oh, well, that's nice. So we'll have to start telling people to do that.
Did anything else change with the YouTube?
No, just all of a sudden, like names just went to whatever their handles are. So, but apparently you can go in and change the settings. So let's do that. Let's do that for everybody. We do have a busy sports day, Huss, but how about the Jays? So we had the staff meeting last night. We're running low on pizza, but we were great on TVs. Moved the TV in. Well, we had one, but it was enough. We moved the TV into the boardroom. I'm going to get a TV in the boardroom eventually. Don't have one yet. But we moved the TV in. We did our meeting. We were watching Mariners go up 2-0. Lieutenant Eric's all fired up. He's a Mariners guy. So look, and then the Jays, they just started getting going, buddy. And now, like, I mean, we saw what happened in the Yankee series. Once their bats got going, they could not be stopped. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen in this series. But, man, was it nice to see that they were capable of doing that against the Mariners.
Dude, that was exactly what the doctor ordered. And, of course, the bottom of the first. I mean, Bieber, who barely walks anybody, walks a Rosarena. You get Raleigh. And then the next thing happens is J-Rod's going yard again. And it just felt like game 1 or game 2 all over again. And I said to the fellas, I'm like, well, guys, this is not good. This is a bit of an oof to start off this game. They got to figure it out and they got to do it fast. And then the third inning came on. They got the 5. And what did they put up? 12 runs over the next 4 innings. And listen, how about Bieber? Like the Biebs.
Ultimate bounce back after that start, buddy. Struck out 8.
Just absolute nails. Second inning, he struck out the first 2 guys on 6 pitches and struck out the side. And again, I'm still holding out hope that the Jays can win. So we needed the strikeouts, 5 of them.
Yeah.
And he was very clear right off the bat that he was on. And you know what? It was a good sign early that Vladdy got that hit. They didn't call it. I mean, obviously, we didn't end up needing it because, I mean, when he got that second double, I'm like, you're up by 10. Send him.
Oh,
if you get hit,
man, when he was getting the second, and I saw it wasn't like coming back in as quickly as you thought, I was like, go for it, buddy. Like, go for it. And I guess the dugout was like, let's go. And he stops at second and was just, I was like, oh, man. That would have been legendary. A cycle in a game to kind of get your team back into a series. That would have been nuts.
Tell you what. Yeah. So listen, I mean, everyone got into it. My guy Kirk with the big shot. Springer had a monster game. I mean, this Lucas, by the way, like what a pickup this guy's been.
Yeah. Man, he finds ways to contribute, eh? Holy smokes.
By the way, I haven't talked about this, but do you recall in the Yankees series in game 3 when the Jays went up and Arash Madani tweeted out that the decision desk has announced that it's over and then immediately the Yankees come back? And
I remember we talked about it the next day because I have Arash muted because of his CFL hate. But you told me, and then I went and looked at it. I took a peek at it, and yeah, he was getting absolutely torched.
Well, and
did somebody from Seattle do that?
Arash has a special gift for voodoo hexing things because last night, after the first inning, when Bieber gave up the 2 runs, he decided that he'd get out there, and it was like, Ross Atkins' trade deadline really was something. And then immediately Bieber locks in, takes care of everyone. The bats start going. And I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, if you want something to happen, just have Arash go the other way on Twitter and then bet it, essentially. Fade anything that he's tweeting in real time.
Live fade. Arash Madani.
You'll probably make a lot of money.
What do you think tonight for this game, man? I'm looking at the Jays right now, plus 101. Total sitting at 7.5. And dive into some player markets here as well. But does this momentum carry over?
I think it does. I think this will be like this. Actually, this game tonight could be the series.
Yeah, I don't think you're taking it too far by saying that, man.
No, I think that if the Jays win this game, guaranteeing that it gets back to Toronto with the momentum that they'll have, getting back to the top of the rotation, I actually really, really like their chances. And it falls onto the shoulders of one Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer, yes.
I got to say, I think that the Psycho is ready for a legacy game tonight.
You think he delivers another one tonight, eh? Like,
well, another one. Hopefully it's not another one because if it was another one, the last couple times we've seen him give up 7 runs in the first inning. No,
I'm talking like playoff Scherzer from his career type of thing.
Yes. Like this could be his last start of a Hall of Fame career. And I mean, the guy is so dialed in. And we've seen him at times this year actually have some good stuff. So I was very positive yesterday that they could get it done. And now I'm throwing my support behind Max Scherzer. What's his strikeout props today? 3.5 plus money on 4.5. How many pitching outs? His walks over under. It's only over under 10.5. That would be 3 2/3.
3 and 2/3
catch
would get you the over 10.5.
So essentially, once through the order, and then in.
But how do you think Schneider's going to handle him today? Like, how quick do you think it's going to be? If any trouble, they'll go modified bullpen game.
Probably. I mean, I think they'll have somewhat of a itchy finger. It would be so cool though if he could go out there and just dust them for 6 innings.
That would be. I mean, we would talk about that forever. You know, like we would remember the Scherzer performance in the ALCS forever.
He was injured a lot of the year. I mean, I don't know if you can actually look at his starts over the year and say that, you know, the 20 whatever they were giving him was money well spent. That can all change tonight. Like literally everything that happened all season long does not matter. Max Scherzer, if he can win this game, you know, will be a guy that will think back, you know what? They got that guy, and man, did he come up big in the biggest game of the year. And I love the fact that the bats, I mean, every guy in that locker room has to just be feeling incredible. Like, was there anyone that didn't get a hit last night?
That's a good question. Because they had, well, how many hits did they finish with? At one point they had 17, 18. Let's see here.
I'm pulling up the
trying to think if I remember anybody who didn't have one off the top of my head.
Santander was 0 for 2, but he did draw a walk and scored. Straw came in, you know, halfway through defensively.
Went 0 for 2, yeah.
But other than that, Springer had 3, Lucas had 1, Vlad was 4 for 4. Kirk,
everybody who started got on base, right?
2, yeah. Barger had that bomb. Ernie had the hit, and Jimenez, and oh my God, Jimenez. I mean, this is a guy that, you know, wasn't really even hitting 200. And that homer by him, to me, that was the biggest moment of the entire game.
Yeah, that could be the biggest moment of the entire series, buddy. Let's see how tonight goes. But like with the way that they were down and him out of nowhere to hit that bomb. I mean, when we were watching it, we're kind of doing the meeting. I'm watching it and I saw a pop and I was like, who was that? And Reed's like, Jimenez. I said, what? This is a good sign for the bats tonight. So that was good. And Kirby'd been pitching well.
Yeah. I mean, Kirby, the fact that they got to him the way they did was amazing because he, I thought early on, I mean, the difference between that high fastball and that splitter was, I mean, guys were basically needing to guess, like just go one. I'm looking for one or the other because if you're caught in no man's land on that guy, you're swinging through it and it ain't happening. But yeah, Bieber, 88 pitches, 59 strikes, just gave up the 2 earned runs on the homer early, 8 strikeouts. And then everyone except for Yariel Rodriguez probably had a good night. Those two homers right away. People are still scarred from blowing the 8-1 lead a few years ago against these same Mariners. So, but, you know, he got out of it, and Fluharty came in at a nice final inning. And we move on.
You know what I think my favorite play tonight might be? Blue Jays team total over 3.5 minus 116. Let's see here. What's
total
the Blue Jays team total over 4.5 is plus 142. If you think they can cash 5 tonight, plus 142 would be the number.
They are pretty juicy. Luis Castillo. Do we have any splits versus the Jays here? His last few starts. Well, he, of course, came in the 15th inning. Did he get the win in that game? Or no, he came in at some point in the extra innings. Previous start, he went 4 2/3, but only gave up 1 hit. 4 walks. And then beforehand, I mean, that was his playoff start. I mean, before that, he'd beaten Colorado, KC. Had 10 strike. I'll go against the Rockies. That's a glorified double-A team. So I mean, I don't know how much we can take from that. But yeah, I mean, if we want to ride with the Jays and the runs, I'm sort of here for that. I mean, the totals.
Are you okay taking it up over 4.5? Get that plus 142?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually am.
I think so. To go from 3.5 to 4.5 and move it from minus 116 to plus 142. I mean, I like that. What about a player prop we could throw in with that?
All right, who's getting on tonight? Let's see what the Vlad's. Are we just thinking hits? Or are we thinking the total bases?
I mean, after his game last night, I mean, I'd ride with pretty much anything you want to do with Vladdy.
I would take Vladdy. You know who else? I think is good money. I mean, not that we really want to be getting on the Mariners too much, but Rally at plus 111. Guys,
for over
absolutely hitting
for over 1.5 total bases as well.
Yeah, Vlad, the big boys both getting it done. Vlad and Rally
With the Jays on the over 4.5.
with the Jays on the over 4.5.
Let's do that.
Yes.
All right, we'll go over Vladdy over 1.5 total bases.
I'm not sure how that would work. You know, obviously the Vlad total bases is somehow correlated with.
It would somehow correlate to the 4.5 runs scored, but I'll send it to the guys and see what they can do.
Listen, let's.
Do you want to just go? Do you want to just go Jays money line instead?
I guess it is plus 105.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's just do that. Okay, we'll go Jays money line.
And then we can just do a side bet.
I was gonna tell people I'd probably standalone play both the over 3.5 and the over 4.5. All right, we got a big slate. Quickly on the Dodgers Brewers, buddy. You expect anything different in that one?
You know, probably not. Like, unlike, I think Seattle and Toronto are pretty close teams at the end of it all. So I don't think we should have maybe really been surprised that the Jays had a big bounce back because, I mean, no one saw this series going like 4 or 5 games. The Dodgers with this pitching that they've got right now, I mean, their bullpens pitched 1 inning in 2 games. I mean, Snell went 8 and then Yamamoto went 9. Like, now Glasnow's pitching tonight. They probably have their best chance to get at him. But man, I mean, the lineup of the Dodgers is just so bloody imposing. I would love to see the Brewers make a series of this, but I got a feeling that this one's actually going to be, not getting back to Milwaukee. Would be great if they could win one of the games there in LA, but I don't see it happen. I think it's a little tough one. That's tough to see.
Minus 169, the Dodgers on the money line. If you're interested in putting that into maybe a parlay or two for anybody who's listening right now. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you can fire us a text, 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. And if you're just watching, you haven't subbed to the channel yet, we would appreciate the sub as well. All right, Huss, we'll get to the Thursday night football game in a second. Let's go NHL. We have a full slate of NHL games. I got your starting goalies here. Connor Hellebuck will go for the Winnipeg Jets. Samuel Ersson for the Philadelphia Flyers. Panthers and Devils. Second half of a back-to-back for the Panthers. Tarasov likely to go there. Jake Allen will start for the New Jersey Devils. Merzlikins for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Scott Wedgwood for the Colorado Avalanche. Stolars will start for the Leafs. Shesterkin unconfirmed for the Rangers as of right now. Olmark will start for the Senators. They're hosting the Seattle Kraken tonight. Grubauer listed as likely. Nashville and Montreal, you're looking at UC Saros versus Jakob Dobish. Stuart Skinner unconfirmed as of late, but I would expect him to go. And then Big Save Dave will go for the Islanders tonight. Riddick in net there. The Dallas Stars, Casey DeSmith will get the start, not Ottinger tonight. They host the Vancouver Canucks. Demko's listed as likely. And then a few later games, the Golden Knights and the Bruins, nothing confirmed there. Swayman and Schmid listed as possible starters. Sheloffs and Forsberg in that Pittsburgh-Los Angeles game. And their Carolina is out on the West Coast. We don't know who's going to play in net there just yet, but Freddie Anderson, Lucas Dostal sitting there as unconfirmed at this point. So it is a busy day. What's the thought process on the Jets on the road here in Philly, buddy?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, just keep her rolling. Obviously they lost at home in their first game, but they won 2 in a row. They had a couple days off. I imagine they probably went out big time on Monday night. Like, you got that first road win of the year. It's your first road trip. You got a bunch of new guys. You win in the afternoon with a day off the next day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You're in New York. I mean, that's probably the biggest go zone of the entire season right there. And you want to get out with the new guys and kind of I know they had a big team dinner the next day, but, they've been really good. They've been good. I mean, they're still a really good team. I mean, they're doing it without a few key players right now, but it is, I think, somewhat of a blessing for the Jets that over this next kind of 3 weeks, they're really sort of starting out with a lot of teams that weren't in the playoffs last year. I don't really know how much different the National Hockey League is this season than it was from last season. We talk about all the moves and trades and everything that happens in the offseason. Then you look at the standings and it looks pretty damn close to what we finished with last year. So, listen, Philly, I think Talkett's going to work through this. This is going to be a work in progress. Now, it happens all the times with the West Coast teams, even good ones, going out and lose games. But they will definitely want to get out there, get to a good start, and just keep things rolling. They had a lot of depth scoring in the game against the Islanders. I would think that this might be a game that we see the big boys, Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Gabriel Velarde, as well, kind of get onto it. So I'll probably be looking at that when it comes to props. But I do like them to win the game at minus 130 or whatever.
The Oilers get the Islanders tonight. You mentioned that the Jets just played them. The Islanders have given up 4 goals, and 5 goals so far this season. The Oilers have not been going, great offensively so far. They've played some pretty good goalies. Are the Islanders there for the taking? Like, should this be a 4 or 5 goal night for the Oilers? I would think.
Is Sorokin in net again?
Yeah, Sorokin is confirmed. I think I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
No. Riddick. Sorry, it's Riddick. Riddick is confirmed.
Big save, Dave.
Yeah, big save, Dave.
Wow, I didn't even know he was on the Islanders.
Yeah, until this morning when Eric told me, I also didn't know that Big Save Dave was on the Islanders.
Well, I'll tell you what then. I mean, Dave is so up and down, but there's always the potential that he can just be Swiss cheese, not just a Swiss netminder. I like the Oilers here, and this might be a night to maybe get on. Maybe it's time for McDavid to score. I'm sure he's tired of seeing the memes that Logan Stanley has more goals than him. We've been flooding the internet. So we'll be there. The one thing I will tell you, you guys are in for an absolute treat tonight. Because this Matthew Schaefer kid.
That's what you were saying yesterday, buddy. You love him.
Wow. Dude, well, I told you he played over 26 minutes, and the next defenseman on their team was like 18. Less than 18, Tony D. And I mean, people have just kind of noticed. I mean, I think the books were way off on the Calder right out of the gate because it's been rejigged from 17-1 to 4-1. Demidov, I think, is still the favorite for that one. But
you know what I'm thinking here, Huss? We got this full big slate of NHL games. You said you like the Jets to win this game tonight. I like the Oilers to get it done. There's 2 right there.
For the community.
Yeah, a little lock shop for the community. But when you pick another one, hey, there's 9 other games. We got to find one that we can agree on that we throw in here with the Jets and the Oilers.
We got Jets. We got the Oilers. Do we got another Canadian team that we might want to stay with? We got Ottawa at home.
I also like Montreal at home against Nashville too, but
night after giving up 8 to the Buffalo Sabres. Shout out to the Sabres. We did get that one right. The thing blew up on our old buddy, first line Mason Appleton. Gets put onto the top line in Detroit, scores 2. But the best part of last night was seeing the Blues get embarrassed on home ice again. Chicago putting up the snowman on the card as well. That was outstanding. Let's see. The Panthers played last night. They're in New Jersey. I don't really like fading. I think that's kind of more of a stay away. Wow, the Avalanche are only minus 164 against Columbus. Does that number seem a little low to you?
Who did I say was starting in that game?
Well, I'm sure they're going to the backup, but still, I mean.
Let me see here. Must have been unconfirmed. Oh, no. Where is this? Oh, Wedgwood. Yeah, Wedgwood is going to. Wedgwood and Merzlikins.
Wedgwood has basically been playing, though. Like, I don't know what's up with Blackwood, but I know that Wedgwood played the first couple games. Blackwood might be out. I mean, if we go Jets, Oilers, Avs, all three road teams, that is one thing that's maybe a little sketchy, but
I mean, the Avs big guys have been flying. Natchez has had a great start to the year. I mean, they're rolling right now. The Ottawa's lost 3 in a row. And they got pumped last night.
No, we're not touching Ottawa. I mean, they've lost Brady Tkachuk and they just gave up 8.
Do you think it comes unraveled a bit in Ottawa early this season or what?
I mean, he's the one guy that I think he just is such an important player. I mean, stirring the drink in so many different ways. Listen, it's going to be on a lot of these other guys to really step up in his absence. Can they stay around 500 and just keep their heads above water? I think so. But I mean, I don't expect them charging to the top of the division or anything like that in his absence. And I don't really know much about Seattle, to be honest. I mean, I was following that game against the Habs that Montreal came back and more of them. But Joey Decourt, I think, has been pretty good so far this year.
If we go Avalanche money line, Oilers money line, Jets money line, it's just under plus 350 before a boost, which isn't bad.
Yeah, probably get it close to 4-1.
Yeah,
the guys are feeling generous.
Close to that, so I'll send that over, and we can. Anything else on the National Hockey League, Huss? We'll flip over to this football game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, not so much. Just a fun night last night, as I say. Shout out to Buffalo and their fans. I was so happy for them, even though the parlay didn't cash. Like I saw early on, they were down 2-1 to this Ottawa team, and I'm like, man, if they lose this game, it's gonna be. And you know what? I was looking in the Chicklets, I guess Chicklets memes or whatever, put up a thing, and it just said "Raise the banner," and it was a big Buffalo Sabres banner. It just said "Won a game." And you're like, okay, it's kind of funny. And I'm looking at the replies, and there's this one guy in there that says lame. And then I checked his account, and he's firing up hashtag Saberhood and retweets of the home opener and everything like that. And it just got me thinking, man, like the Buffalo fans are a special breed. Like, is there a more loyal group of fans in North American sports than the people of Buffalo? Like the fact that people are still going out there to these Sabres games, 14 years of missing the playoffs with a management group that is so obviously inadequate. I got a lot of respect for those people that are still riding with their team. I mean, the Bills Mafia is legendary. I mean, I do hope that we break their hearts again this season at some point. But the people that are rolling out there for Buffalo in the hockey, man, I got to give them some respect. And I hope this turns things around a little bit for the Sabres because they've had it rough. They have had it so rough. They're not in action tonight. But I think the Avalanche, I did my power poll for Chud's Power Sports yesterday. And I mean, I gave Dallas the number 1 spot because they are undefeated. And they've actually had a couple big wins, like, in the division, Winnipeg on the road, Minnesota. But the Avalanche are right there as well. I mean, this is a team. Carolina hasn't really played anybody. They're 3-0. The Panthers, have beaten some pretty crummy teams. But this Avs team is scary. And listen, no disrespect to Columbus, but I kind of look at that number and think that that's more like a minus 200 number. So, I think that's a nice one to add if we're going to ride Oilers Jets on the other side of it.
Hey, one more quick note on the National Hockey League. The Vegas Golden Knights throwing this out there. Following the reinstatement decision agreed on by the National Hockey League and the NHLPA, goaltender Carter Hart will be joining the Vegas Golden Knights organization. Golden Knights are aligned with the process and assessment the NHL and NHLPA made in their decision. We remain committed to core values that have defined our organization from its inception and expect that our players will continue to meet these standards moving forward. Craig Button on our show yesterday said the Vegas Golden Knights definitely have a goaltending problem. They are going to bring in Carter Hart. Your thoughts on this one, Huss?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this statement from the club is just blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Carter Hart's a good goaltender. They can get him on the cheap and they need it. So
yeah, he's basically on a tryout. They're bringing him in on a tryout for now. So
yeah, a tryout 2-year deal. I mean,
yeah,
he's getting now listen, he's getting 1.8. What was he making before? Like 7 or something like that?
Yeah, he was doing well before.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not going to make any comment on it. Obviously, what happened in that room was pretty reprehensible. But these guys have been through a lot. They were not guilty in a court of law. They've lost untold, him in particular, have lost untold millions of dollars. And I think it's safe to say that if he had just stayed in the National Hockey League, he'd be making a hell of a lot more than the 1.8 he's making right now. So, you know what? It's their society. Guys get a second chance if they're good enough. I mean, I don't think we'll see any of the other four in the
I don't think we see any of the other
League,
guys. Yeah.
Hart was always going to be the guy, and it was always going to be one of these more southern,
out of the spotlight teams. Yeah.
Yeah. That I think can just go about this. They'll have a couple angry phone calls from a few people the day of it, and then it'll just sort of go away. So, I mean, like it or not, the guy's getting another chance, and I'm not surprised. I mean, it was the worst kept secret around that he was going to be signing in Vegas. I mean, I think this has basically been done for weeks. And to be honest, if he comes back and plays at a half decent level, it'll be a pretty nice signing for Vegas. I mean, I know Edmonton right out of the gate said that they're not saying. I don't think any of the Canadian teams would have touched him. You know, just with it being such a big story here nationally. And to be honest, if I'm one of those players, I don't think I'd want to be playing in Canada. Like, they want to get as far away from that spotlight as you mentioned. So whether it was going to be a Carolina or a Nashville or a Vegas, Florida, one of the California teams, you know, he was going to go. And actually for him, it's a pretty nice spot because, you know, he's on a shorter term deal. If he comes back and plays at a high level, who's to say that he can't be? I mean, whatchamacallit, Aiden Hill's already hurt. So he's gonna have a nice opportunity to kind of resuscitate his career. Some people like it, some people don't. But as they say, I knew that the press release from the Knights when they signed this guy would have a whole bunch of things about their values and standards and everything like that while signing Carter Hart. So I mean, you can judge for yourself, and I guess everyone will have their own take on that. But it's a good spot for him, and obviously, just from a hockey perspective, I mean, at a low cost, it's a nice signing for the Golden Knights.
All right, let's flip over. We've got Thursday night football. It's so crazy having baseball playoffs, having the NHL back. A month ago, we would have done an hour on the Steelers and Bengals in a Thursday night football game. But we got a lot to get to. The Bengals are 5.5-point dogs at home tonight against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers come in. They are 2-0 on the road so far this season. They are 4-1 overall. They've got wins over the Jets, the Patriots, the Vikings, and Cleveland. They scored 34 points against the Jets, 21, 24, and 23 in their other victories. Their only loss this season was to the Seattle Seahawks, and that one was in Pittsburgh. As for Cincinnati, coming off a loss to the Packers. Before that, they lost to the Lions. Before that, they lost to the Broncos. Before that, they lost to the Vikings. And then prior to that, they'd picked up victories to start the year against Jacksonville and Cleveland. So they're sitting at 2-4 right now. 2-4 against the spread as well. 5.5 is always a very interesting number. Are you confident in a pick either way on this side?
I mean, listen, these are tough games, and they're tough divisional games, and the Bengals have looked just like hot garbage. I'm just looking at their injury report right now, and I see Trey Hendrickson did not practice on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know why the Bengals, the Steelers injury report is updated for Wednesdays, but the Bengals isn't. I mean, Hendrickson is their defensive line. Shamar Stewart, the defensive end that they picked in the first round, he was a full go the last 2 days in practice. But I'm leaning to the Bengals here in this game. Now, I think I've been on the wrong side of Pittsburgh just about every game this season. Sometimes there's teams that you're feeling good about, and then others that you just seem to be thinking wrong. I think Pittsburgh, if you go back throughout this season, has been a nemesis of mine. And I was on Cleveland last week, and Cleveland just offensively did nothing. To me, the difference is that Flacco's in now. And with those receivers, I think he threw almost 18, 19 times to Higgins or Chase last year. And we know that Joe Flacco can throw a deep ball. I mean, that's the one thing that he has in his bag that he can still do at an elite level. And that is just those beautiful high air balls to receivers. So I think I'm going to go with the Bengals and the points at home. And Pittsburgh hasn't been, with the exception of the Browns and Dylan Gabriel, who literally could not do anything. I think a home game against their arch rivals, there's a lot of the differences, a lot of the things that have been going well for Pittsburgh, terrible for Cincinnati. I think you get these AFC North teams together. And this was part of the reason why I was picking Cleveland last week. We do see these sort of tight games. They know each other well. I'm thinking Bengals tonight. And I'm interested actually in a couple of the receiving props too. Because as I say, if they're going to hang in this, if Joe Flacco is going to do anything, it's going to be going through Jamar Chase and through T. Higgins.
Hopefully through T. Higgins from fantasy perspective for me.
Yeah, he hadn't even been playable for the last few weeks until Joe got there. And then, he had 8 targets last week. He had 5 catches in the 60s against the Packers. So let's see, what do we have here for receiving totals? So Jamar Chase, 76.5, and T. Higgins, 49.5. I'll tell you what, let's go T. Higgins.
Well, I'm looking at T. Higgins, his reception line. Well, that's it. It's 4.5. It's 4.5 plus 119. But you like that over 49?
I do like that over 49. I like both.
I think I'd probably side with you on the 49.5 a little bit more than the 5 plus on the receptions.
Because I do think that, if he's getting the ball, it could be 20 plus.
Yeah.
On anyone. I could see him getting 3 catches for 55 yards more than I think I could see him getting 5 catches for 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I fully agree with that. I'm just bringing up DK Metcalf's game log because he's had a couple of really good games in a row here. What's DK's numbers? 4.5 at minus 122. What are you seeing for DK yards?
His yards 66.5.
Okay, so
minus 116.
DK Metcalf, his last 2 games, 9 targets, caught 4 of them, but had 95 yards. The game before that, 5 targets, caught all 5 of them for 126 yards. And he's got touchdowns in 4 straight games right now. I think we'll probably get a steady diet of DK. So do you like the yards or do you like the 4.5 on the receptions? I think I like the yards. DK's a deep threat guy, right?
Well, exactly. And Rodgers, same thing. He's going to go for a couple of big plays. What about how do we feel about Jaylen Warren tonight? Running the ball. Bengals. Let's see what the Bengals run defense is. Holy smokes. I mean, they've been just getting absolutely run over. These are the run totals for the Bengals so far this year. The Packers ran for 153. The Lions for 118. Denver for 186. Minnesota 169. And Jacksonville 139. I mean, big.
What's his number at?
So Jaylen Warren rushing.
Yeah.
I'm seeing 48.5.
Okay.
Kenneth Gainwell 26.5.
I was just looking at. I was looking at how they divvied up touches against Cleveland last week. Jaylen Warren had 11 carries for 52 yards. Gainwell had 6 carries for 22, and Caleb Johnson kind of felt he took away 6 carries as well. He had just 15 yards on those 6 carries.
Yeah. Primetime game. I like Warren in this spot. I definitely like Warren in this spot. There is a number, and I don't know, is there a combined rushing and receiving for Warren there?
I'm not sure I'm seeing that. No, I can't see that right now.
Warren is a guy that does catch. I mean, what's his receiving prop?
His receiving prop 17.5 is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
He had 2 catches last week on. Yeah, he only was targeted twice. He caught both of them, and he had 11 yards total. They had.
So those are just sort of
the thing there is that Gainwell had 6 catches last week.
Yeah.
So Gainwell is obviously a third down back, right?
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers going to him. They were in a good spot in that game the entire time. They didn't need to do too much. And again, the Cleveland defense is good. The Cincy run defense is garbage. So I count me in for a Jaylen Warren rushing prop here. And I mean, as I say, if we like even a bigger number, sorry, I've got us on receiving. Back to rushing yards. Jaylen, 72.5. I'm seeing a minus 106.
I don't think I want to go up to 72.5.
Oh, sorry. That's rushing and receiving. That's rushing and receiving.
Yeah, I was going to say that seems
over 53.5. Over 53.5. Is around plus 110, plus 112.
And what was the other number we were looking at?
The 48.5 is sort of the.
I just worry a bit about Gainwell taking some touches, so I'd probably be better off going 48.5.
Yeah. All right.
So what do we want to do? We want to do Jaylen Warren over 48.5. T. Higgins over 49.5.
Yeah.
And then we want to mix in DK.
Yeah, the DK reception. No, we were going to go with the yards.
The yards on DK 65.5.
Let's do it.
Okay,
we'll put
those three-way. We'll put those together. Yeah, I'll throw that in there too. Huss, what's coming up in WST, buddy?
Well, we got lots going on from Philly. We're going to be checking in on the Jets. We'll be setting up this game tonight. How the lineup's looking after the morning skate. Stephen Wino is going to join me. Actually, he's covering the Oilers and Islanders for AP out on the East Coast. So he's going to jump on with us from New York, talk a little Jets Flyers. Might get into the Oilers and Islanders as well tonight. Rowicki will pop by, Connor as well, and then my guy Josh Frey Sam, who does a great job covering the Bombers for the Free, but a big NFL guy. He's got a great Substack, talking betting and whatnot. I know we'll get into some NFL, and we'll hit this game with him tonight as well. So a little bit of football, some Jays talk off the top, and a whole lot to get ready. Winnipeg fans ready for Jets Flyers tonight.
All right, buddy. I'm off to Vancouver this afternoon, but I'll be popping on with you and Maddie tomorrow. Get some NFL picks, set up the weekend, set up those CFL games as well. Recap the Thursday nighter a little bit. So I will chat with you then.
All right. Enjoy the ball game, everybody, tonight. And as I say, the hockey game, the football game, multiple TVs necessary.
There you go. That is us. Winnipeg Sports Talk's coming up. Nancy, what are you guys eating out there? Are you guys all hungry? All full now? What is this?
Gager brought 2 pounds of wings.
course he
Making
did.
it for the boys because Trevor's still hungry. Zach's good.
Yeah, Zach's full. He had 8
Reed's
pieces of
eating.
pizza.
Everybody, even Eric stayed to eat.
Everybody's eating good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was getting worried about you guys. Big move by Gager to step up and feed the staff here at Edmonton Sports Talk. They're all going hungry. Okay, we've got a ton of, we've been sending stuff over to the guys that play Alberta like crazy. Here's what we've got on the special bets page right now. Go to playalberta.ca, download the Play Alberta app. We've kind of touch them all, Joe, tonight. We got McDavid or the Oilers to win in regulation. McDavid 2+ points, Mangiapane point plus 290. Dusty's play of the day, Connor McDavid power play point boosted from plus 108 to plus 120. You can play that if you want. The Lock Shop MLB partner parlay, Blue Jays to win, Vladdy 2+ total bases, the Big Dumper 2+ total bases, plus 625. And your Lock Shop NHL partner parlay, Oilers to win, Jets to win, Avs to win. That's plus 368. I have sent over our NFL partner parlay. The guys that play Alberta are probably like, leave us alone, you degenerates. But we want T. Higgins over 49.5 receiving yards, DK Metcalf over 65.5 receiving yards, and then Jalen Warren over 48.5 rush yards. That'll be popping up on the EST specials page as well. I've sent over the grandest. I sent these guys 4 parlays in the last 40 minutes. This is the grandest from the DGen Den. Springer over 0.5 hits, so a Springer hit. Golden Knights in regulation. Jamar Chase, longest reception, over 23.5 yards. And then a Cale Makar point. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, and of course, it's the DGen Den. I should have known. Middlesbrough and Ipswich, both teams to score. Friday morning soccer. So it'd be nice for JMO and LTE to know if you guys are sweating that tomorrow morning when that goes down. So that one should be up. The grandest should be up shortly. Lock Shop Partner Parlay should be up shortly as well for the Thursday nighter tonight. We've got 2 guys and a goalie coming up next. Myself, Joaquin Gage, Matt Cassian. That is going to do it for the Lock Shop today. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight, and the boys will talk to you tomorrow.